views and opinions on this show are for entertainment purposes only. The only factual information is any story that has happened to AT2 or the parties involved. Other than that, go ahead and get you a drink, get you something to eat, just relax and enjoy the show. Let's have fun. All right, y'all, let's get real. Yo, real quick, I was just thinking, like, out of all the YouTubers, I think I have the dopest intro music. Would y'all agree with that? But what's up, everybody? Thank you thank you for coming to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2, and of course, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling today? Tonight is a special episode. I don't know why. Shit, because I'm here on a Sunday night. That's why it's special. But thank y'all for being here. Let me say what's up to the people before we start. What's up, Benita? What's up, Southern Belle? What's up, Miss Bug? Shout out to all my members, by the way. Shout out to MB. Shout out to Sexy 60. Shout out to the homie Casey. What's up, Ginger Bear? Miss Nika, Tiffany. Who else? V. What's up, V? What's up, Tamika? Thank you. I'm glad you're here. What's up, my sweet? Thank you for being here. What's up, Deborah C? Yes, make sure you guys hit that like button too as well. What's up, Winnie? What's up, Veronica? Who else? Damn, we got everybody and their mama up in here. Okay, y'all coming in. I know they don't be sending out my notifications. So if I missed you, don't charge it to my heart. You know I love you. What's up, SMA? Thank you. I appreciate that. What's up, Jackie? What's up, Annette? What's up, Miss Weedy? Thank you for coming. All right. So the story I want to start with first is the most disturbing story. So let me go ahead and knock that out real quick. Actually, no. I'm gonna work a little backwards. Hold on. I want to talk about Tammy and Caleb. For those of you who don't know, Tammy, from 1,000-Pound Sister, her husband passed away a few days ago. They still don't have the reason why he passed away, but I'm figuring it's probably something to do with his health condition and him being heavier. But I don't know if you guys remember, back in May, it was said that she was divorcing him because he wasn't getting his health together. Tammy finally had the surgery and everything like that, but her husband wasn't doing what he needed to do as far as dieting and stuff like that. And this was all supposed to be showcased on the new season. They're currently filming. They are in Florida this week. What they were trying to do was do a trip to Greece, but they asked for more money to do the show to, renew their contract. So instead of TLC sending them to Greece, they decided to send them to Florida. They was like, next best thing, Florida. You want more money? We're going to give you a cheap ass trip. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, it was saying that Tammy was going to leave him. And mind you, Tammy is the one who's been having like multiple guys. Usually she likes a slimmer black man. She got her one that's well-rounded. But unfortunately, he passed away. They both had their tracheas. It was kind of like they could relate to each other, Both of them are in a situation where they're trying to lose weight and trying to do the best. They met at the rehabilitation center and stuff like that. So they had like a romantic story. They got married after 3 weeks of being with each other. So I don't know about that. It seemed like people like to get married fast and not think about, okay, do I actually love this person? Am I going to be do I want to be with this person for the rest of my life? So yeah, allegedly in May, they were having marital issues, but definitely rest in peace to Caleb. It kind of just makes you think about, your health and stuff like that. And I hate to use this opportunity because I'm not trying to judge him. He passed away. It's nothing you can do about it now, but it makes you think like, okay, I need to take better care of myself because I don't want to end up in a situation where I have to depend on people or, granted something happens and I can't help myself. So definitely rest in peace to Caleb. I do want to say that. I think Amy divorced her husband too. Yes. She's going through the divorce process with her husband. So they both, yeah, crazy. Yeah, she's the one who just got married and the one that met in rehab. Yep. Yeah, she liked the slender black dudes. That's the one she liked, you know? Yes, definitely. Thank you guys for the R.I.Ps. Yeah, definitely. Sad situation. Abuse of self is itself a disease. Yes, I agree with you 100%. Yeah, it's Tammy and Amy. That's who's on the show. And again, it's kind of like one of those shows like I'll check out here and there. It's not like something I watch all the time, but I know the characters because Tammy and Amy, they actually came from YouTube. That's how they got their start, and then they transitioned over. So and again, they own TV show. Hopefully one day that happens for AT2. Speaking it into existence, of course. Okay. Now, this next story is disturbing. And I know y'all want me to cover the Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I just don't see myself covering Love and Marriage Huntsville ever. And this is probably why. This is disgusting, disturbing. And Carlos King deserves his ass whipped too as well. Let's go.
Are you that much of a sexual person to where, despite what she's going through right now, you still feel like there's a happy medium in terms of her pleasuring you?
There's a difference between wants and needs, all right? And I'm a person who actually needs sex, not a person who wants sex. Now, at times I want it, but I actually need it. Life throws us curveballs like what we're going through right now. What Kimmie is doing is admirable as a spouse. To roll over and suffer through it, fakes it, all for me. Because at that moment, it's something that she completely didn't desire, right? So I look at it as her standing by me while I'm standing by her. As difficult as it may seem, we should all feel that we would be better people and say, oh, no, I don't want or need sex for however long it takes for you to recover. But yet then live in reality where that's not true.
I want to ask you this. So when you say you need sex, not want it, you need it. Obviously, there's things we need. We need oxygen. We need water. There's certain things we need in order to be able to live a healthy life. Why do you need sex?
I need sex like Carlos needs mess.
Hey, Tamika, thank you for coming. Yeah, so if you guys, I do know a little bit about the character. So he's with Kimmie, that's his wife, right? She had breast cancer. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. Was it breast cancer? And basically, he's saying he have wants and needs, and she needs to lay there. And this is his words. He said she needs to lay there and suffer through it. You're forcing. That's why I put in the title, force. You're forcing your wife to. Now, they tell you not to have sex when you're going through chemo and stuff like that, because you can first of all, you're fatigued and you don't have any libido and stuff like that. And then also you can transfer some of the chemotherapy, with your fluids and stuff like that. So you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to be having sex. So in his mind, he all like, well, I got wants and needs. Bitch, you gonna lay there or not? That's basically what he said, y'all. I know that was extreme what I just said, but that's what he said, right? You gonna lay there and take it? She needs to call 911. Kimmie, blink twice. Blink twice if you need help, because that is not a healthy situation at all. Yeah, he is sick. You're right about that. Just right education. Sick. And he's saying this proudly. And you're just kind of thinking now, is this clip edited? And, of course, it's just a little excerpt from his podcast. And you guys can go watch the Carlos King podcast. It's everywhere, right? However, right, Ginger Bear, right. However, you being so bold to say this publicly and not even flinch or nothing. And the fact that Carlos King didn't think ooh, we should edit this out. Carlos, is your ratings that low to where you would put something disgusting like this in your, podcast to promote it? You could have promoted any other clip, but you decided to promote this one. I bet you if Carlos King did not promote this clip, but because Carlos King wants to be, you know, the Andy Cohen of OWN, he'll do anything. If he did not put in this clip, more than likely we wouldn't have watched this interview. So, I mean, I guess in a way, you know, he's doing what he's doing to make money. However, I still think the ratings are going to suck. And you guys can check, you know, did anybody watch it this weekend? Put a 1 in the chat if you watched the Love and Marriage Huntsville. I hope nobody didn't, because that was disgusting. Right. How low can you go? And here's the thing. I'm gonna have to well, let me not say that because they think I hit women. But you know, I want somebody to slap the dog mess out of Kimmie if Kimmie comes out with a statement saying like, "Oh no, he didn't mean it that way." No, he meant it the way he meant it. You know what I mean? He meant it in that way. Okay, Miss Bugs watched, Robin watched. Okay, yeah, like I'm just all like, this is not the way to promote the show. How you get the ratings up on your show, Carlos, is that you probably add in some new characters into the show and interesting storylines. I think, you know, banking on Melody and Martell, it's not going to take you far. Mother Flower instead of I like that. Yeah. And still, this is the same. And correct, Miss Bugs and Robin Moore, correct me if I'm wrong. This is the man that had the photo in Atlanta and he claimed that he wasn't there, but he was, but it's still, we don't know if he cheated or not. Get the hell out of my face. For those of y'all just tuning in, I'm going to go ahead and replay the clip one more time, just in case y'all missed it. Remember, it's disturbing.
Are you that much of a sexual person to where, despite what she's going through right now, you still feel like there's a happy medium in terms of her pleasuring you?
There's a difference between wants and needs, all right? And I'm a person who actually needs sex, not a person who wants sex. Now, at times I want it, but I actually need it. Life throws us curveballs like what we're going through right now. What Kimmie is doing is admirable as a spouse. To roll over and suffer through it, fakes it, all for me. Because at that moment, it's something that she completely didn't desire, right? So I look at it as her standing by me while I'm standing by her. As difficult as it may seem, we should all feel that we would be better people and say, oh, no, I don't want or need sex for however long it takes for you to recover. But yet then live in reality where that's not true.
I want to ask you this. So when you say you need sex, not want to, you need it. Obviously, there's things we need. We need oxygen. We need water. There's certain things we need in order to be able to live a healthy life. Why do you need sex?
I need sex like Carlos needs mess.
Ridiculous. And the fact that he tried to compare it like I need sex like Carlos need mess. Come on now. And correction. So it was the fireworks already started, y'all. Marceau is the one that was cheating and all that stuff. So I stand corrected. But I believe there was some cheating allegations with Maurice too, right? With all of them, right? I'm not making that up. What's up, Pixie? Thank you for being here. Right. It's the same. They've been effing from before he was divorced. And what? Wow. Oh, then so Kimmie was spreading it wide for a married man. Okay. Oh, well. I mean, I still feel bad. I'm not saying I'm not wishing cancer on nobody. Let's be clear. I'm not wishing cancer on nobody. But I mean, yeah, the way you get them is how you lose them. Don't they always say that? Right. So funny, Dennis McKinley. Y'all know who Dennis, who used to have sex with animals and stuff like that. The one that was married, not married, but had the baby with Portia. That Dennis McKinley. He wants to do a celebrity boxing match with Maurice. So I think that would be funny. I think that would be interesting. I'm definitely down for that if they do decide to box. Two weirdos boxing for charity. Why not? Make some money from it. They both deserve to get the knocked out of them. So there we go. What's up, Miss Curiosity? Thank you for coming. Oh, you know what? I should have did a 30-second countdown, but let me just ask you guys. Do you believe that Marcel, oh, now I'm getting them confused. Maurice is in the wrong for forcing his wife to have sex with him while she's going through cancer? Yes or no? Do you feel that it's wrong for him to force his wife while she is going through cancer to have sex with him? Yes or no? Simple as that, y'all. I ain't even gonna do the 30-second countdown. Yes, spiritual gangster. That was the rumor. He was messing around with them animals and stuff like that, and a whole bunch of other stuff. It was creepy, and I don't think he ever denied it either. That's the weird part. He never denied it. Oh, what's up, Nelly? What's up, Kayla? Okay, I see everybody coming in. Thank you. No, Robin, I knew the answer. I just wanted to make sure everybody was on the same page, because some people just like to argue just to argue. I just wanted to make sure, okay, we all need to be on the same page with this one, okay? All right, so we are going to move on to, Mr. Peter Thomas. Peter. So allegedly, he is getting ready to be evicted out of his Miami Bar One, location. Usually with a business, you lease it and all that stuff, right? You don't own the business. You just lease out the rental or whatever, right? So he owes over $400,000. I think it's 442,000 or something like that. But he owes a lot of money, y'all. And Peter don't pay his employees. That's allegedly what's going on in the Maryland one. He probably doesn't pay anybody. We know that he's been trying to do this Bar One thing and it keeps failing. So, it is what it is. So at this point, with Peter, he don't plan on paying nobody any money. He don't plan on doing the right thing. He's shady. We should have known that he was shady because let's be honest, he was probably with Cynthia so he could have free promo for his reality, for his bars and stuff like that. And he borrowed money from Cynthia to pay for his business. Remember? Now, allegedly, he gave back the $100,000. I honestly think, and this is my opinion, I think Cynthia lied because she felt stupid letting him borrow the money. Now, some of y'all like, AT2, that sounds dumb. No. Have y'all ever let somebody borrow money? They didn't pay you back. And so you just lied and said they paid you back because you don't want to put up with the drama and stuff like that. I know I'm not the only one who's done that before, right? Said somebody paid you back, but you just said that just to make peace and just go along with it. I feel like she did that just to, be done with it and just separate herself from Peter. Okay, Miss Curiosity know what I'm talking about. Yeah. She wanted to separate herself from Peter, and that was it. Yes, my cousin Tiana. Yo, shout out to Tiana if she watching. Courtney, I love you. That's funny. Tiana, pay your cousin Courtney now. Ruthless said, hell no. Oh, that could have been. You're right about that. But yeah, I'm just all like, they say you make stupid decisions, when you're younger and stuff like that. But Peter is well seasoned. Like, he can't be making these stupid decisions. And like, who's running the money? Like, usually you have an accountant or you have someone specifically doing billing for you. Is he just doing it on his own? If you know you're not good with money, you don't need to be doing shit. New Orleans. If you're not good with money, you don't need to be doing shit. And he is not good with money. He needs to pay someone to do that. But again, he can't pay anyone to do the billing or, the accounting because he don't want to pay nobody. Peter, why don't you want to pay nobody? Maybe he got a gambling problem like Kim Zolciak or like me. That's what it is. Yeah, he probably going to jail. he probably going to jail, because when you doing all these shady business practices and stuff like that, yeah, it's going to catch up to you. I feel like this isn't the end of Peter. I feel like there's going to be more and more. Just imagine like the people who invested in his businesses and stuff like that. I would hate to be one of them, because this dude is full of shit. You know he's scamming. He is scamming. He's only out wrong. He's just greedy. Apparently, he's been doing this for years. Right. Pimpadelphia. Yeah, Peter is a well-known scammer. He's been doing this forever. He is never going to change. Now, it did report in there, let me be fair, I got to tell all sides. It did report that basically he had thought that they were going to work out some kind of deal back in October 2022. That's even when they filed the lawsuit. But he thought they were going to work something out. So he hadn't been, taking care of it, because he thought they were in negotiations. Now, if y'all ain't negotiated since October 2022 to July 2023, Peter, you full of shit. You are full of shit if you ain't negotiated by then. I just read Casey's comment. Thank you. I appreciate that, spiritual gangster. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, it's just ridiculous at this point. Like, Peter, you still ain't got your shit together. This is still stuff. I mean, remember he was on Potomac this year. He was in a few episodes, and he was getting involved in the girls' drama and stuff like that. Peter seems like not a good person in real life. Do y'all get that vibe from him? I get that vibe that he's not like a cool person in real life. Like, I used to think like, okay, it's just a TV show, but I feel like he's not a good person. Let me know in the chat right now. Do you think Peter is a good person? Yes or no? Let's go. Patricia Thomas, you've been voted off the island. Nah, ain't nobody trusting you. Y'all dragging the shit out of here. Y'all ain't right. Oh, I said, does Peter seem like a good person in real life? Shout out to the hospital picture crew, by the way. Okay. Let's move on from that. Let's go on to the next, y'all. So I am going to save the Tamika and Escape drama for last. So I'm going to go with Tasha K and Suki. So Tasha K had tweeted out, and I'm just paraphrasing because I didn't put the tweet up there. Oh, no, princess, we're never done at the casino. No, the casino loves me and I love the casino. But anyway, Tasha had tweeted out, and I'm going to paraphrase, basically, Suki didn't get the career that Sexy Red. Sexy Red is the one that sings that Pound Town song, her ussy is pink, her booty hole is brown. This is what the girl raps. I'm not making this up. This is what the rap songs say. And it's Pound Town, Pound Town, Pound Town. And Tasha was basically comparing, like, damn, she got the feature with Nicki, and maybe because you work with Cardi, that's why you couldn't get a Nicki feature and your career hasn't skyrocketed, blah, blah, blah. And so Suki said she read that tweet and she cried, and she remembers she only had $5 in her pocket, and she was pregnant with 2 children. Like, it like broke her down. And like I was telling you guys, remember the whole situation when Osiris kissed her and stuff like that? You can tell this girl is really sensitive. And I think also, like I said before, I was talking about how Tasha K was comparing her to Sexy Red. No, I know that's Suki. No. But she used sexuality in a way to protect herself, like a defense mechanism. They've even done studies on this where girls do this to use it, you know, that aggressiveness and like being overly sexual. They use it as a, not a coping mechanism, but a defense thing. You know, they have their guard up in their walls to protect themselves. Like, okay, you're going to try to take advantage of me anyway. Okay, let me show you how nasty I can be in order to defend myself. I know it's weird what I'm saying right now, but you can look up the studies. This is true. So Tasha K ends up getting a message from Sexy Red's mama. Mind you, we moving on from Suki because Sexy Red read what she said and how they did the whole comparison thing. And I guess they're cool. Suki and Sexy Red, they're cool, right? And so Tasha K ends up talking to the mama, and then Tasha went live and said that the mama was basically, you know, having a one-to-one conversation with her. And she said the mom was respectful. And so she decided to take down the post because, you know, she didn't want no trouble, but she respected that the mom did reach out to her. Yeah, she did cry about a Tasha K. Yep. She did. She cried about a Tasha K tweet. And here's the thing, too. I know some people are going to say, oh, why is Tasha getting into it with these people, blah, blah, blah. The reason why, and Gigi, I bet you not the only person who did think that was a Suki song. No, her Suki song is the eating ass song. When you talk about he switched and they eating, why am I? Yo, I always have to degrade and lower myself to talk about some of this shit because some of this shit don't be making sense at all. And I feel like I am so above it, but in a way I'm not. But anyway, I'm not above it, but I'm above it, if it makes sense. What was I trying to say, y'all? Oh, why people be all like, well, why Tasha K getting into it with all the girls and stuff like that? Tasha K knows what celebrities will bite back. If Tasha K tweets about Jay-Z and Beyonce, they not gonna care. But people on the smaller scale, like the Z-list celebrities, they care about what bloggers say and stuff like that. And especially somebody with Tasha K because she has that Cardi B tie. Her and Cardi B got soul ties, even though they never had sex, which they probably would have sex with each other. Like they were all broke. But anyway, they got soul ties together. And so Tasha is always going to have that tie to Cardi B no matter what. And so it makes the people want to respond. That's basically what's going on. And so Tasha knows that she can poke at these people and at Cardi B because they're going to respond. Like the other celebrities that are really up there and really care, like, you know, Gabrielle Union or D Wade, they're not going to respond to Tasha K no matter what she says. Jada, Will Smith, they're not going to respond to Tasha K, but a Suki is going to respond to a Tasha K. She know what she doing. And all you need to do is sorry, I stepped on the stand. All you need to do is get people to say your name. People are researching, typing in the algorithm. You know, Google is connected to YouTube. So if people are Googling or either YouTubing, they're going to want to know, brings traction to the channel. Tasha is making her money. It's a business. Now, do I agree with the stuff Tasha be saying? No, I think Tasha, you know, the anger management thing, I think she needed to go, even though she didn't go to anger management. We all know that was a joke. The anger management, Tasha need to go back there and really take an anger management class, but she understands that I need to play this game, get my name trending. It's a business move, y'all. Y'all might not like it, but business is business. When you need to make your money, you need to put a little drama out there. Get your name trending. What's up, Angel on Earth? Thank you for coming. You might have to rewind a little bit and then you'll understand why I had to sing that song. But you know, Tasha is gonna get her name trending at all costs. She got a $4 million bill to pay. Well, they're trying to lower it, but she got basically a $4 million bill to pay. So she need to do whatever she can to recoup that money. Now, again, people like entertainers and like bloggers that they can hate. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Like, even though y'all be all like, oh, I hate Tasha, she keeps you interested. Like somebody like, oh, damn, I hate to make this comparison. And I'm not trying to make this comparison to be an asshole, I promise you. So you take someone like a Lovely T. Lovely T is great at what she does, but Lovely T, you don't see like celebrities and stuff retweeting what she says and stuff like that. But Tasha knows how to play the social media game in that sense. I believe Lovely T wants to live a peaceful life. Like she'll say whatever on her channel, but she's not tweeting or adding these celebrities to get them pissed off at her. She's saying whatever on her YouTube channel, on her podcast, and she goes about her business and live her regular life. Tasha, she don't want to do that. She all like, no, y'all need to be talking about me. And then basically you need to keep my name trending so I can keep them checks rolling in. That's it. She learned it. I don't know where Tasha learned it from, but she got the game down pat. And you see other YouTubers out there, you know, some of them got a cocked eye and they follow this same method. Like they're literally like a YouTuber that puts her name in every title, put her and Armand name in every title, like trying to get a reaction out of them. And so they learned from Tasha K. So I guess Tasha is getting it back in a weird way, but yeah, you know, and you already know what YouTuber I'm talking about. But let me ask you guys this. If Tasha K wasn't controversial, would you watch her? If she was not controversial, would you watch her? Let me go ahead and do a 30-second countdown and answer that question. Oh, okay. So I'm surprised. Okay, I think there was more no's. I might have to do another poll. Okay. Oh, yes, you do. I watched her before this. She is getting ridiculous now. Okay, so the trolling is turning people off. Okay. Let me ask the question like that. I won't do another 30-second countdown. But is Tasha K trolling turning you guys off? Yes or no? I am curious. Just the Jayla said just the one-on-one interviews. Okay, Miss A said yes. Yeah, I used to turn down my volume when I first started watching her. Yeah, okay, so the trolling is turning y'all. Okay, hey Tasha, if you're watching this, or shout out to Chelsea because Chelsea is a fan of the show. If one of y'all are watching this, people are turned off by the trolling. You might gotta tone just a little bit, Tasha. You might have to tone it down just a little bit, you know. Now, if you come in all prim and proper, church lady, everybody gonna know you faking. Like, go ahead and be with the mess, but just tone it down just a little bit with the trolling, okay? All right, y'all. We're gonna move on to our final topic today, or tonight, I should say. Whew. Now, this wasn't like a big thing because the interview that Tamika had with Kandi on Speak On It, because you know there was no new episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta. The episode, so basically Kandi did an interview with Tamika. And now they got into a lot of things that, you know, they exposed in their interviews and stuff like that. Say, for example, the whole thing with Rocky getting a cut from the money and, you know, for having them perform certain places. And they explain, you know, why they don't allow that to happen, because basically, actually, this was new. So Tamika said Rocky would bring like different promoters to the table and say, hey, we can perform at these shows. But then when somebody else would bring shows to the table and be like, hey, I brought these shows to the table, let's do these, they would say no. So unless this is why they don't have the husbands involved, because Rocky got to the point where if he didn't help book the show and get that extra money for helping booking that show, he would say LaTocha's not doing it. And so he controlled LaTocha. Like, he controls everything. And what I got from it, the interview that Tamika had with Kandi, she's not welcome to come back to the group, talking about LaTocha with the blonde hair. She's not welcome to come back to the group unless Rocky is gone. They want no parts of Rocky. And especially because they brought it up again today, remember Rocky was with Tasha K promoting like the sex tape. All like, oh, you heard about, y'all remember that phone call? He quote unquote didn't know he was recorded, but that phone call where he's like saying like, oh yeah, there's some pictures and a tape and blah, blah, blah. But he's not telling that in actuality, allegedly, he's the one shopping around this tape and the photos and stuff like that. Dirty, 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 dirty. Ugh. And so I was hearing the rumors that, LaTocha and Rocky were getting a divorce, but it was never confirmed though. Does she need to get a divorce with him? Yes. However, y'all, I hate to be an asshole, and LaTocha is not ugly or anything. I don't want y'all to think that. I don't want y'all to think I'm saying that. But I think at this point, the way her career is so tarnished by this man, she probably feels like she can't let go. Talking about LaTocha right here. She probably feels like she can't let go because nobody else is going to want her. She's been with this man for so long. I didn't know that this was a thing, but sometimes when women are older and like they can't have, any more kids and stuff like that, sometimes they don't like to move on because they feel like with the next man they get with, he's going to want kids and stuff like that. And if they can't produce any kids, then, they don't feel adequate. So that's another thing she has to think about. The money is probably not right. This man probably done took so much. We know he took money from Tamika, which they have not paid back, and she still is not cool with her mom and her sister. We know he took money from Tamika, and also, he was able to get in control of like her accounts and stuff because he had her her social security number. And we know LaTocha is his actual wife. So no telling what kind of hold he has on his wife, the money, the houses, the cars. He probably has control over all of that. So she feels like she probably can't even escape that man. It's a sad situation, y'all. She probably feels like she's no good. She's no good with him, and she's no good without him. She doesn't know her worth. And I hate to say like this is a situation where a man is controlling her, but I mean, from what we've seen on the reality show and all the interviews and stuff like that, yeah, he's controlling her. Let me ask you guys, do you feel like he's controlling LaTocha, talking about Rocky, the husband? Do you feel like he's controlling LaTocha? You're right about that, Pixie. You're right. Hey, you ain't lying. She had a kid. He's grown. Don't nobody give a what about that. She's never had anyone to really love her, right? Because they've been together since they were young. Well, we don't know this for a fact, but we can assume since they got together when she was like 16 or whatever, this is probably the only man that she's ever been with. She doesn't know any better. She probably thinks this is the best that she can do. And this is just a part of marriage. You're supposed to be miserable in your marriage. That's probably what she feels like. And also, let's get them likes up too. Nope. Yes. Okay, just catching up to some of your comments real quick. So the title wasn't clickbait or anything like that. Tamika revealed the reason why she can't come back to the group also is because of the TPO, the temporary protective order. She put a TPO on them when they were sending her threatening messages and, when all this tape and stuff came out. And Tamika was all like, this is also for their protection, because if Tamika's husband see Rocky, he might want to do something. And she talked about how people said like, oh, he wasn't really a man because he wasn't protecting his wife. But Tamika would be like, no, that's my mom, my sister. Like, please don't. And so as a man, you want to protect your wife, or you want to protect your loved ones in general. And so he probably felt helpless, defenseless. it's a sucky situation. But she was all like, no, that TPO is for their safety as well too, because no telling if something happened. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. After all the shit that they have done to Tamika, she don't deserve any of that. And it just kind of gets you thinking like about family and stuff like that, because they always say blood is thicker than water, but sometimes family can be your biggest downfall. Shit, I know. But family can be your biggest downfall sometimes. That is sad. And especially it seems like even with friendship, but anytime there's money involved, things get ugly. This is why I'm going through a legal battle with PayPal right now. When money get involved, when feelings and money get involved, that's when it goes all downhill. All downhill. That's why it's best to do business with people, business like, and then it's best to, if you want to be friends, have your family, keep that separate. And it sucks because they're in a singing group together. I mean, luckily they're able to tour with just three, Tamika, Tiny, and Kandi. But just imagine if they needed LaTocha there. Luckily they can do it with the three of them, because that would be another thing. I only want you guys, but I want the 4 members. Luckily, that all of them can sing, so they can take over each other's parts and stuff like that. Wild, y'all. Wild. But I hope she really does leave, I hope, in actuality, no, all jokes aside, I hope LaTocha does leave Rocky. She needs to get back with her sister. I'm not even like this big family person, but that's family at the end of the day. Just like I don't want to turn my family into a storyline on YouTube, I don't want this to happen to them either. I want them to be back together. It's a sucky situation, definitely. And on top of that, pay back your sister. Give her $30,000. Like, we already know it's true that you stole the 30,000. I don't even know why we playing like it's not true. Tasha, pay back your sister and make the shit right. I do too, Princess. I do too. Remember, I always say you can't trust the spouse either, because more than likely they were both in on the bullshit. They were both in on it. You can never trust that. You got to be careful with all that. New York chicken wing. You're right. If she ain't going to treat her right, she might as well just stay away. And that'll be best for Tamika. It might hurt her that she's not cool with her sister and her mom, but sometimes time heals all. You need that time away. Praying for all the families that got a little dysfunction in them. Yeah. Oh, man, that sucks. All right, y'all. So we are going to go ahead and get the heck up out of here. But I want to say thank you to everybody who's been hanging in here, kicking it with your boy AT2. I had fun this episode. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. I will probably chop this up and put it in parts, because I know some people don't like the long lives. So I'll probably try to chop it up. But for now, make sure y'all hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do, and hit that notification bell. And after you hit that bell, press all so you get all my notifications. But we out of here, y'all. Deuces.